Welcome to the heart of the future, where a colossal AI-driven super factory stands ready to transform millions of coconuts into a majestic flow of liquid silk. Witness the massive scale of operations as thousands of fresh coconuts surge through intricate stainless steel arteries, flowing toward the central processing hub of this mechanical beast. The rhythmic sound of shells clacking together creates a mechanical symphony, echoing through the vast halls as the raw harvest begins its journey of total transformation. Every hour, 50,000 units move with precision, guided by an invisible intelligence that manages the complex logistics of this enormous and highly efficient production environment. Advanced robotic systems analyze each fruit in milliseconds, sorting them with absolute accuracy to ensure that only the finest ingredients proceed to the next stage of extraction. These machines operate with superhuman speed, creating blurred silhouettes as they tirelessly organize the massive influx of raw material with zero margin for error or delay. A thundering cascade of coconuts drops into the primary cleaning station, where the transition from the rough outer world to the sterile inner sanctum truly begins today. The turbulent waters churn with energy, pre-washing the harvest to remove any traces of the field, preparing the hard shells for the intense purification process ahead. Scaling to meet global demand, this facility processes tens of thousands of units every single hour, maintaining a relentless pace that defines the pinnacle of modern manufacturing. Clean and ready, the coconuts move in perfect formation, leaving the wash basin behind to face the high-pressure cleansing systems that will strip away every last impurity. We leave the outer gate and enter the inner core of the factory, where the environment becomes even more controlled, clean, and technologically advanced for the next phase. Step into the realm of total purification, where high-pressure water cannons blast away every fiber, revealing the clean, smooth surface of the fruit underneath the intense spray. The force of the water is immense, creating a misty atmosphere as the coconuts are scrubbed to perfection, meeting the highest standards of hygiene and industrial safety. As they enter the ultraviolet sterilization tunnel, a soft purple glow bathes the shells, neutralizing any remaining bacteria through the power of advanced light-wave technology. This sterile corridor ensures that the process remains uncontaminated, using light as a silent guardian to maintain the absolute purity of the upcoming liquid extraction phase. Emerging from the light, the coconuts appear transformed, their surfaces gleaming under the factory lights as they march toward the mechanical heart of the shell-breaking station. Order and symmetry dominate the landscape as the vibrating rails align every coconut into a perfect line, ensuring each one is positioned exactly for the upcoming strike. Precision is the hallmark of this stage, where every fruit is measured and held firmly by delicate yet powerful mechanical claws under the watchful eye of sensors. The entire hall hums with the sound of high-pressure air and water, a testament to the rigorous cleaning protocols that define this super factory's commitment to quality. With the first stage complete, the coconuts are now ready for the most dramatic part of their journey, where the hard exterior will finally give way to marrow. The moment of impact arrives as laser-guided blades descend with surgical precision, splitting the hard shells instantly to reveal the pure white treasure hidden inside the core. Liquid bursts forth in a shimmering explosion of droplets as the internal pressure is released, creating a mesmerizing display of natural hydration captured in stunning slow motion. Hear the rhythmic pulse of the hydraulic systems as pistons drive the machinery with unrelenting power, splitting thousands of shells every minute without ever missing a beat. Gentle yet firm, the specialized extraction tools rotate within the shells, peeling away the thick white pulp with a grace that mimics human touch but with robotic speed. The pure white meat falls onto soft silicone belts, creating a vivid contrast of colors as it moves toward the next stage of its industrial evolution and refinement. What was once a hard brown sphere is now a mountain of snowy white pulp, flowing like a river of ivory toward the massive crushing and grinding units. The scale of the splitting hall is immense, with hundreds of synchronized stations working in perfect harmony to handle the massive volume of the daily coconut harvest. Nothing goes to waste in this facility. The discarded shells are whisked away for recycling, while the precious white meat continues its journey toward becoming a rich liquid. Artificial intelligence monitors every single cut, adjusting the blades in real time to ensure zero waste and perfect extraction, achieving a level of efficiency that surpasses human capability. With the extraction complete, the solid meat now faces the grinding matrix, where its physical structure will be broken down to release the hidden essence of the coconut. The transformation intensifies as the white meat enters the grinding chamber, where massive stainless steel gears rotate at incredible speeds to pulverize the solid pulp into fine pieces. The mechanical force is overwhelming, reducing the dense meat into a fine, snow-like powder that hums with the energy of the high-speed motors driving the transformation process. Inside transparent conduits, the shredded coconut falls like a winter blizzard, a beautiful and satisfying sight that marks the complete transition from solid fruit to processed ingredient. Blasts of pure steam are injected into the mix, activating the natural oils and moisture within the fibers, causing the very first droplets of rich milk to emerge. The mash becomes dense and moist, a rich concentrated paste that carries the full flavor and aroma of the coconut, now ready for the final stage of liquid extraction. The entire floor vibrates with the power of the motors, a rhythmic pulse that drives the production forward as the coconut mash is transported. Through an intricate piping, every gear and every blade is designed for maximum efficiency, ensuring that the coconut is broken down to the perfect consistency for the most effective milk extraction possible. This is where the physical structure of the coconut is fundamentally changed, maximizing the yield and ensuring that every bit of value is extracted from the raw fruit. Temperature and humidity are controlled with extreme precision, creating the ideal environment for the release of natural fats and proteins from the finely ground coconut particles. The grinding is complete, leaving behind a rich, snowy substance that is ready to be squeezed and pressed into the creamy white liquid we have been waiting for. We arrive at the giants of the factory colossal centrifuge units that stand several stories high, designed to exert massive pressure on the coconut mash for ultimate extraction. Deep inside, a massive screw rotates with relentless force, crushing the coconut paste against the walls of the chamber to wring out every single drop of its essence. The first drops emerge, thick and ivory-colored, oozing through the filtration mesh like liquid velvet, carrying the concentrated richness that only a high-pressure extraction can provide today. A steady stream begins to flow, a river of white gold that is so smooth and thick it resembles molten silk moving toward the central collection reservoirs of the plant. The texture is flawless, reflecting the light with a glossy sheen that proves the success of the multi-stage filtration and the power of the mechanical press system. Dozens of these high-pressure units work in perfect synchronization, contributing to the growing volume of milk that will soon become a massive waterfall of white liquid. At peak pressure, the machine is a marvel of engineering, overcoming the resistance of the fibers to harvest the very soul of the fruit in its most concentrated form. The dry fibers are left behind, compressed into dense blocks as the separation is finalized, ensuring that only the purest liquid proceeds to the final refining stages. A secondary spin at even higher speeds further refines the liquid, removing the smallest microscopic particles to achieve a level of smoothness that is truly world-class and perfect. The result is 100% pure coconut essence, a product of mechanical perfection and organic quality that serves as the foundation for the final refined beverage. The fresh milk is instantly chilled to preserve its flavor and nutritional profile, locking in the freshness as it moves toward the magnificent filtration waterfalls ahead. Behold the majestic waterfall of milk, a thundering cascade of white liquid that falls through the air, creating a breathtaking display of industrial power and natural beauty. Through the finest nanofilters, the milk is polished to perfection, ensuring that every sip is consistently smooth and free from even the smallest imperfections of the raw process. Slow-motion swirls form on the surface of the reservoir, creating mesmerizing patterns that are as satisfying to watch as they are indicative of the product's high viscosity. The richness is evident in every bubble and every ripple, a dense and creamy concoction that has been refined by the most advanced technology on the planet today. The filtration room is a temple of purity, where light and liquid interact to create a scene of serene industrial beauty, far removed from the rough world outside. Continuous monitoring ensures that the quality never wavers, with digital sensors verifying the purity of the milk at every second of its journey through the refining system. Flowing over chilled step, the milk reaches its final temperature, thickening slightly and becoming even more luscious as it prepares for the bottling and packaging stage. The volume is immense, a sea of white that represents the combined essence of tens of thousands of coconuts, now unified into a single, perfect stream of liquid. Pulsing through the final arteries of the plant, the milk accelerates toward the bottling line, where the final transformation into a consumer product will take place with precision. This is the symphony of purity, a culmination of mechanical effort and natural harvest, coming together to create a product of unparalleled quality and sensory satisfaction. As the liquid settles, it becomes a mirror of perfection, ready to be shared with the world through the precision of the factory's automated packaging systems. The bottling line springs into action as thousands of glass containers glide on air, moving with a fast and rhythmic pulse toward the precision filling heads. With absolute precision, the filling heads descend, delivering the perfect amount of creamy milk into each bottle, maintaining a sterile environment and preventing any waste of the product. Lids are snapped on with mechanical speed, sealing in the freshness and purity of the coconut milk within milliseconds of the bottles being filled to the top. Laser scanners inspect every unit, verifying the seal and the fill level with microscopic accuracy to ensure that every bottle leaving the line is absolutely perfect. Labels are applied with high-speed precision, featuring holographic accents that catch the light and signify the premium nature of the brand and its high-tech origin. Groups of bottles are handled with care by soft-grip robots, organized into perfect arrangements and placed into protective packaging for their journey to the global market. The packaging hall is a masterclass in automation, where boxes are stacked into perfect geometric cubes, ready to be loaded onto the fleet of distribution vehicles. Every box is weighed and checked by the central AI, ensuring that the final output meets the exact specifications of the superfactory's high standards of excellence. The journey through the factory is almost complete, as the finished products move toward the loading docks, ready to bring the taste of the future to consumers. As night falls, the superfactory continues its tireless work, a beacon of technological progress and industrial beauty, standing tall in the heart of a digital landscape. From the rough and rugged exterior of the raw fruit to the smooth, creamy luxury of the finished milk, the journey of transformation is truly a miracle of engineering. This is more than just a factory. It is a vision of the future, where AI and machinery work in harmony with nature to create the extraordinary every day. TML AI, leading the way in industrial innovation and creating a surreal world of quality. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey of mechanical mastery.